Welcome back to Chasing the Sun and our special Vietnam travel series. I'm Janie.
And I'm Eric, and in this video we will teach you some basic Vietnamese terms so that you can have the basic terms to help you get around.
Let's jump right into it.
English is not that common in Vietnam, so we want to make your travels here easier and teach you the basic terms for ordering food and explaining what the most typical food dishes are that you'll find when traveling Vietnam.
On top of that, we also want to share with you the most essential terms like knowing the numbers and how to address people with proper etiquette.
Let's jump into it right now. Okay, so let's just learn about some currency term in Vietnamese. It's really similar to English actually. I will show you later how that works. Number from 1 to 10 in Vietnamese is 1 is một, 2 is hai, 3 is ba, 4 is bốn, 5 is năm, 6 is sáu, 7 is bảy, 8 is tám, 9 is chín, 10 is mười. So in English and Vietnamese, it's very similar how they use the numbers terms. For example, if it's 23, it's hai, mười, ba. So you just add those numbers together. It's like hai is 2, mười is 10, and ba is 3. So you put them together, it's hai, mười, ba is equal to 23. So in English, 100 in Vietnamese is trăm. If it's 200, it's hai trăm. If it's 500, it's năm trăm. If it's in English, if it's 1,000, it's ngàn. If it's 5,000, it's năm ngàn. If it's 8,000, it's tám ngàn. So 10,000 is mười ngàn. If it's like 15,000, it's mười lăm ngàn. If it's 60,000, it's sáu mươi ngàn. If it's in the 100,000, it's một trăm ngàn. So you basically using like một trăm is 100, and then you add the 1,000, which is ngàn, to it. So một is 1, trăm is 100, ngàn is 1,000. So it's một trăm ngàn. If it's like 150,000 is một trăm năm mươi ngàn. So if it's 223,000 is hai trăm hai mươi ba ngàn. Vietnamese currency is really large, so we normally sometimes go into the millions. When it's 1 million is called một triệu. So if it's 1.7 million, một triệu bảy trăm ngàn. There you go. So you learn some numbers in Vietnamese, so to get yourself around. Now let's go to some of the general terms in Vietnamese. So how do you say hello? So on the phone, when you say hello, it's really similar to North America. Hello, in Vietnamese, people say alo. If you say hello in person, is xin chào. And thank you, very common use. Cảm ơn. Going to the washroom, for example, you're gonna ask where is the toilet. Toilet ở đâu? Ở đâu means where. We normally use a lot of time, we say like how much. We ask for how much is this and how much is that, is bao nhiêu tiền. How you say sorry in Vietnamese is xin lỗi. So now I'm going to jump over to how to address people, or how people would like to address you in Vietnamese. Normally they will use anh means brother, chị means older sister, and em is younger sister. So when they talk to you, depends on who you are. Like I'm a woman, they will say chị ơi, meaning hey sister, and then they will call themselves em, address themselves as em, meaning that they're younger than you. As a respect, they will say that. Or when you're a guy, they say anh. They address you as anh when you're a guy. And then they will address themselves, if they are younger than you, they will address themselves as em No matter if it's a guy or a girl, they would call themselves em. So now let's go over to food. Once you get to the restaurant, the server will ask you how many people. How many people in Vietnamese is mấy người, mean how many people. So you can answer them một người, one person, hai người, two person, or năm người, five person. And once you sit down and when you start ordering, you want to order like one of, in Vietnamese is một cái. Một cái means one of, or hai cái means two of. So you can just point directly to the menu if you don't know how to say the name of it. That will be the easiest way. To order water is called nước suối. Normally they don't give you in a glass, they will give you a bottle because they don't have, the tap water here is not drinkable. So it's called một chai nước suối, so one bottle of water. In restaurant, instead of giving you water, in Vietnamese restaurant, they will give you iced tea. So iced tea in Vietnamese is trà đá. Trà is tea, đá is ice. Or if you don't like ice, you can ask for trà nóng. Nóng means hot, so it's hot tea. Also very common, I love Vietnamese coffee. So Vietnamese coffee is called cà phê sữa đá. Cà phê is coffee, sữa is milk, đá is ice. So cà phê sữa đá. If you like black coffee, is cà phê đá without the sữa. So it's just coffee and ice. So cà phê đá. Or if you want hot coffee, is cà phê nóng, mean coffee hot. And another really popular drink in Vietnam is called sinh đỗ. Sinh đỗ is like milkshake. So like this one here is avocado milkshake. So it's called sinh đỗ bơ. Bơ is avocado. So we're gonna jump into the food items. So in Vietnam, it's very common to have noodle, rice, and soup, or fried rice or fried noodles. So noodle, you can order soup noodles or dry noodle. So phở is one of the type of noodle in soup, or hủ tiếu is also noodle in soup. But there's a dry type of noodle, it's called hủ tiếu khô, meaning dry noodles. The soup will given you on the side. Or there's another one, is like fried noodle, it's called mì xào, meaning mì is noodle, xào is fried, so mì xào is fried noodles. Vegetable is called rau. Fish is called cá. For the meat type, beef is bò. Pork is heo. Chicken is gà. Also rice. Rice is gum. Gum is very popular for the lunchtime. You can order like gum bay soon. Like it's a dish of rice with pork, barbecue pork on it. So that's a very popular dish. For market, you can go to market. Over here is very popular for people to stroll around the market. Market is called chợ. For example, chợ Bến Thành, which is very popular place for tourists to go there. In Vietnam, you will find different type of restaurants or different type of food. There's a food stall, street stall. You will find would you sit by the street to eat. Then you go into like a smaller type of restaurants where there's tables and higher table and chairs in there, kind of like their home, but it's actually a restaurant. Or there's another one that's really high-end restaurants. So in the food stall or in the street stall, you don't need to tip or anything like that. They won't add the tip in there. But if you go to like any high-end restaurants, normally they will add 10% to the bill. So you have to look at the bill carefully, and if they already add the 10%, you don't have to tip any further. So now that you know all the basic terms in ordering food in the restaurants and the tipping etiquette, I hope you will find this vlog very helpful to you when you visit Vietnam.
Yeah, put on the top. Okay, this one, when we make it already, then we will roll it like this. This one. Okay. This one. Yeah, roll it, rinse up.
Oh yeah, very good.
So we hope those terms and explanation will help you when you're ordering food in Vietnam. Leave us a comment and let us know if you actually use it when you are traveling. There are many places for good food, and our next video will show you where to find the good food of Ho Chi Minh City and also in Hanoi.
Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so that you can be notified when more of our Vietnam travel videos get published.
Until next video.